Power Rangers was surprisingly fun.
It was. I liked it, fan service and all. And we'll get into that after you subscribe. Go, go. Do it now. Get it? Go, go. Sorry. Okay, Tony, so what did we like about the new Power Rangers movie?
This movie is very heavily on building up the cast of characters, letting us know who they are, making us care. I actually cared.
I did too. I liked the cast more than I thought I would. I was like, who are these kids?
Yeah,
Never heard of them.
Teenage
Some
armor.
girl that's had a song that was a hit once. I was like, nah. But I watched the movie and I liked them all. Who was your favorite Ranger?
Surprisingly, from the trailer, I wouldn't have said this, but seeing the movie
Billy,
the Blue Ranger,
the heart.
Oh my goodness,
the heart of the team. He was so great. I really like him, and I also like that he represented people that are on the spectrum. That was really important for representation.
Yeah. So
and he was so smart too.
It was interesting with the one line they make that there's different colored coins and different colored Power Rangers.
Yeah, Alpha's like, different coins, different kids, different colored kids. And I was like, that's like the tagline for the movie.
It's diverse.
Yeah,
something for everyone.
Yeah. What else? How about Bryan Cranston and also Alpha 5, who was Bill Hader? Did you like them?
They were. It was an interesting departure. It was different.
Yeah.
And it worked because it's a little modern. I was a little worried about Alpha 5 being too much of a comedy relief. Mm-hmm. It worked in the movie to balance some of the seriousness, some of the cheesiness, and just bringing everything together and lightening things up.
Yeah, they modernized it very well. I feel like they took incredibly cheesy source material and adapted it for a new audience where they're just like, okay, this works. It's just the right amount of cheese, the right amount of like fluff. And there's a lot of references. The Zords were incredible, and when the Zords roll out, I kind of lost it. That was my moment.
Yeah, we got a little tease. It took a long time to get there.
Yeah.
Which I think was kind of good because, again, it builds up the characters, makes you care about them. Mm-hmm. And then once you see that, when we were in the middle of the Power Rangers and Zords fight, even though it was modern, it felt kind of like it had that old school cheesiness to it.
It did. When the Megazord rolled out, it was like Pacific Rim. Mm-hmm. It was really great.
Yeah.
Right down to like figuring out how it works. Like there was no training for these Zords.
Well, because they became one with the Zord, so it's instinctual or automatic or something.
So let's talk about our favorite references from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So I feel like if you're a fan of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, you will love this movie more than people that have never seen it before. Do you agree with that?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because for me, I had low expectations and I enjoyed it. So I'm kind of curious, what would like a diehard fan, would they be happy with it?
I was happy with it.
Or would they be like, they didn't do this right?
I'm a pretty diehard fan, and I was very happy with it.
Okay,
because I was going in with a very critical eye, and was like, this can't be like anything that I remember. Even though I rewatched some of the old ones lately because they were streaming them on Twitch, I'm just like, this is kind of bad, but it's dear to my heart.
Yeah.
And so when the Zords roll out, that was my favorite moment. Also, when they do lines from the original show.
Yeah.
Like, I liked Rita saying, "Make my monster grow."
I was surprised with...
What was your favorite?
Well, when they said it's morphing time, because before it was going to happen, I said it to myself. Mm-hmm. I was like, it's morphing time because it's finally going to happen. We waited so long, and then they said it. As cheesy as it is to say that, it worked.
It worked. It totally worked, and I was happy with that.
And the same with the theme. Mm-hmm. When we finally get that theme in there,
it's
everyone's cheering.
Regular music, maybe some Kanye, then all of a sudden the theme shows up, and I was like, yes! Like, at the right moment. Okay, let's talk about what we didn't like. Any criticisms?
I'm not sure how I feel about Rita.
Okay.
She was cheesy. She was over the top. Elizabeth Banks did a good job. Mm-hmm. I don't know how I feel about the character. Her motives. We got an idea what her motives were. How was she able to do all this stuff?
Yeah, where does she get her powers from?
I guess we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, she's a different Rita from the original Rita that you remember. So they just kind of share the same name, and they also, she has putties and stuff. But other than that, she's completely different.
Yeah, very over the top. And it's almost like with the pacing, where we had to slow build her. Once she's there, she's like, bam, she's in power and unleashing her evilness. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay.
I think that she could have been a little more menacing. I think Elizabeth Banks did well with what she was given, but I feel like they didn't really flesh out that character very well. I
do have to say, though, going back to her origin, her connection, I thought that was interesting, an interesting twist. Yeah. And I know it's been revealed, but we won't mention that. But it made me, at the beginning, I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other thing that I think I kind of didn't like is, as I was watching it, I really wanted Krispy Kremes.
Yeah.
At the beginning, it was like, okay.
So you did or you didn't like
I didn't like that
placement?
I wanted one.
Okay.
I mean, so yeah, major product placement.
This product placement.
And it got to the point when it just kept happening, and it was kind of humorous because it just
funny.
kept happening.
Yeah.
But at the point, there's
I was like, this movie obviously is partnered with Krispy Kreme.
I didn't like that. I actually want, because
I just always
Krispy Kremes
want
aren't good, aren't the best, the
we
healthiest
should stop
thing.
saying their name because now we're helping them.
Yeah, but I there was a point where it's like, I want a donut now.
I always want a donut.
It's like, I don't need a donut now.
I always need a donut. Anyway, I think Zordon was a little harsh.
Mm-hmm.
He's a different Zordon. It's kind of like...
It's kind of a jerk.
Yeah, kind of a jerk, and you don't really warm up to him at all in the movie, so that was kind of my... I guess mostly because they don't show him that much.
Yeah, I kind of liked...
They didn't have a lot of time.
I kind of liked that he was a jerk like that, because it kind of gives that flawed character feeling. Because, in the original, he's this noble guy protecting the universe and the world and doing all this stuff, and I'm trapped and I'm sacrificing...
I'm in a wall.
So I think it was kind of good that you see that even though he's got this noble profession and sacrificed himself way back, that he's kind of a little human still, or alien or whatever, and he's not this perfect storybook hero. He's like, maybe he's got some personal motives going on. So it's like
something going on there. Yeah, I feel like Bryan Cranston was underutilized. Like they didn't use him enough.
Yeah, because I was thinking, it's like they could have almost used anyone.
Because
or
it was, robot
Yeah,
voice.
It was just the wall square things. He did a good job, but again, it's just his face.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah. All right, so what's happening next? We're probably gonna get more Power Rangers movies, right?
Hopefully, they plan on 6.
6 if this one does well. And also, don't leave right away because there's a mid-credit scene that teases the next arc.
It's a big setup.
Sure is.
So, big things coming.
No spoilers. I can't wait to see more Power Rangers movies.
I want to see rubber monsters instead of CGI monsters.
I want Bryan Cranston to voice more monsters like that weird crab guy.
I want Aaron Paul to come in as a White Ranger, say, "It's morphin' time, bitch."
Totally. I want Lord Zed to be Benedict Cumberbatch. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Hollywood.